Welcome to our channel. In this video, we should learn the easiest way to pass journal entries of various transactions relating to expenses and incomes. So let's begin. Some transactions are taken into consideration relating to expenses and income. So we should pass journal entries of such transactions by considering the rules of journal entries, that is the rules of personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver, and the rules of real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, and the rules of nominal account, that is debit all expenses losses and credit all incomes and gains. So first of all, we should identify which accounts are going to be affected by the particular transaction, and then we should apply the rules of journal entries. So here we should consider one by one. So in our first transaction, rent paid rupees 3000. So in this transaction, the accounts are going to be affected are rent account and our cash account. So our rent account belongs to nominal account and our cash account belongs to real account. Then we should identify the nature of the accounts in the given transaction. So as we are paying the rent, so our rent here is a expenses. So as it is a expenses, so it should be debited. Whereas our second account is, that is cash account, which is belongs to our real account category. So we should apply the real account rules, that is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. As we are paying the rent, so here cash is goes out and it should be credited. So our journal entry of first transaction should be rent account debit 3000 to cash account rupees 3000, and our narration should be being rent paid. Now come to our second transaction, that is rent received rupees 3000. In this transaction, our rent account and cash account also should be affected. So here rent is a nominal account and cash account belongs to our real account. So in order to identify their nature, we must follow the golden rules. So here rent account, as we are receiving the rent, so rent is a income here, so it should be credited according to our nominal account rules. But here cash belongs to real account, so as we are receiving the cash, so it is comes in, so it should be debited according to the golden rules of real account. So here our cash account is debited and rent account is credited. So our journal entry should be cash account cash account debit rupees 3000 to rent account, and our narration should be being rent received. So the journal entry of rent received is cash account debit to rent account. Similarly, now come to our third transaction, that is rent paid rupees 3000 by check. So first of all, we should identify which accounts are going to be affected by the given transaction. So in this transaction, our rent account and bank account should be affected. As we are using the check, so we should use, or our bank account should be affected in the given transaction. So your rent account is belongs to our nominal account category. As we are making the payments, so our rent is here considered as expenses. So as it is expenses, so it should be debited, because the rules of the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So as the rent is expenses here, so it should be debited. Now the second account is our bank account, that belongs to our personal account category. So here we should apply the rule of the personal account, that is debit the receiver and credit the giver. So as here we are making the payments, so our bank should pay to the landlord against our rent. So here bank is a giver, so it should be credited. So our journal entry should be rent account to debit rupees 3000 to bank account, and narration should be being rent paid by check, and our serial number should be 3. Now come to our fourth transaction, that is rent received rupees 3000 by check. It is very similar with the third transaction, but in case of third transactions we are making the payments, that means rent here paid, so it is expenses. But in case of fourth transactions, our rent is received. So as a rent is received by check, so in this transaction rent account and our bank account should be affected. So rent is considered as a nominal account and bank is considered as our personal account category. So as we are receiving the rent, so here our rent is a income, so it should be credited as per the rules of the nominal account, that is debit all expenses losses and credit all incomes and gains. Similarly, bank is a personal account, so as we are receiving the rent, so our bank is a receiver, so it should be debited as per the rules of the personal account, that is debit the receiver and credit the giver. So our journal entry should be bank account to debit 3000 to rent account, and narration should be being rent received by check, and our serial number should be 4. Now come to our fifth transaction, that is salary paid to manager rupees 4,000. In this transaction, our salary account and cash account should be affected. So here we should identify the category of the salary account and cash account. So here salary account is a nominal account and our cash account belongs to our real account category. Then we should identify the nature of the salary and cash in the particular transaction. So as we are paying the salary to manager, so it is considered as an expenses. So it should be debited as per the nominal account rules, that is debit all expenses losses and credit all incomes and gains. Similarly, as the cash account is a real account, so it should be goes out in the particular transaction. As we are paying the salary, so our cash should be goes out and it should be credited as per the rules of the real account, that is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So our journal entry of the transaction, that is salary paid to manager, is salary account debit rupees 4,000 to cash account rupees 4,000 and our serial number should be 5 and the narration of the given transaction is being salary paid. Now come to our sixth transaction, that is rent received from tenant. So as we are receiving the rent from our tenant, so in this transaction our rent account and cash account should be affected, and our rent account belongs to nominal account category, cash account belongs to real account category. Now we have to identify what is the nature of our rent account and cash account in the given transaction. So as we are receiving the rent, so it is an income for the organization or the individuals who is receiving the rent, and as the cash is receiving, so it is comes in. Now we should apply the rules in order to identify which account should be debited and which account should be credited. As rent is income in the particular transaction, so it should be credited as per nominal account rules, that is debit all expenses losses and credit all incomes and gains. Similarly, in case of cash account, as it is a real account and comes in, it should be debited according to our real account rules, that is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So the journal entry of the sixth transaction, that is rent received from tenant, is cash account to debit rupees 4,000 to rent account, and our narration is being rent received, and the serial number should be 6. Now come to our seventh transaction, that is wages paid to the workers. So in this particular transaction, our wages account and cash account should be affected. So here wages account is a nominal account and cash account is a real account. Now we should identify the nature of the wages and the nature of the cash account in this particular transaction. So as we are paying the wages, so wages should be considered as an expenses. So it should be debited according to the nominal account rules, and here cash is goes out, which should be credited according to the real account rules. That is, in case of nominal account, our rule is debit all expenses, losses, and credit all incomes and gains. And the real account rules is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So our journal entry of 7th transaction, that is wages paid to worker, is wages account to debit 4,000 to cash account 4,000, and our narration is being wages paid, and the serial number should be 7. Now come to our 8th transaction, that is commission paid to agent rupees 4,000 by check. As we are using the check for payment of commission, so in this transaction our commission account and bank account should be affected. So commission account is belongs to our nominal account category, and bank account belongs to our personal account category. So we should identify what is the nature of our commission account and bank account in the given transaction. So as we are paying the commission, so here commission is considered as an expenses which should be debited according to the nominal account rules, and here bank account is a personal account and its nature is a giver. As we are paying the commission, so our bank should make the payment to our agent as commission. So here bank should be giver. So it is credited as per the rules of our personal account. That is, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So the journal entry of commission paid to agent by check is commission account debit to bank account rupees 4,000, and our serial number should be 8, and narration of the given transaction is being commission paid by check. We should follow the similar procedure in order to pass the journal entries of any other expenses and income transactions. So repeatedly watch this video to gain a clear knowledge regarding passing journal entry of income and expenses transactions, and also share it with all your friends in order to give them opportunity to enhance their knowledge of passing journal entries regarding expenses and incomes. Thank you.